Good morning, Packers fans. Aaron Nagler here with Cheesehead TV and your Packers Daily Chat on the CHTV social channels. Good to see everybody on this Victory Monday. That's right. Aaron Rodgers still owns the Bears, and the Bears still suck. Good morning, everybody. Oh, let me pause here for a second. Just wait a second. Tastes like victory. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you've all given the Bears fans in your life untold amounts of grief over the course of the last 12 or so hours. I know I have. Always a beautiful morning, the day after Packers whooping up of the Bears. Wasn't early, wasn't pretty early, no doubt about it. Well, gotta shore up some things in those openers, but I will take the victory, no doubt about it. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Hope you're all doing well. Yogi starts us off with a super chat. I was at the I Still Own You game. 97 is the real monster of the midway. Loved watching 12, 13, 17, 33, 28, and 26 making plays. And took a selfie with Daphne's parents. Incredible experience. Yogi, I'm so glad you were there, man. What a great game to be at. And no doubt something that will be told for generations. The I Still Own You game. I love it. I absolutely love it. What else we got in here? Ed, thanks for the super chat. It's not nice to gloat. It's glorious. Absolutely. Especially to Bears fans. Come on. Kevin, thanks for the super chat. I haven't heard the phrase double bird in quite some time. Well, Rodgers likes to bring it back. He's an old school soul. He's a throwback player, as he's liked to say in the past. So, double bird. Staring at him there in the stands, apparently. What's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Maybe in the end, Kenny doesn't even need any help. Hey, against the Bears, probably not. Remember what I said all week about how they had to stop the run and get into down and distance situations where they could pin their ears back and get after the quarterback? Exhibit A and B on Kenny's sacks. Great job by Kenny. Great motor. That one-on-one, the first sack he had, classic one-on-one. Great job just shedding his man and getting to the quarterback. I don't think Fields thought that Kenny had those jets in him. Once he got around the blocker, he was 2 steps in there. I think Fields was a little surprised by that one. Aaron, do the Bears still suck? Does the Pope wear a funny hat? GBP Daily, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. As Andy Herman pointed out this morning, props to the coaching staff on pulling Yadam and putting in Douglas quickly after that first drive. 5-1, go, Pack, go. Yeah, I mean, I think after you saw the preseason and then literally the Bears go after Yadam with the exact same concept and play that the Bills got him on, shows he learned a whole lot. Yeah, it's time. It's time to pull the plug. You can't be messing around, especially with how easy it was. And look, I've seen some less than complimentary things about Douglas's play, and there's no doubt he had a rough game at times. But man, I thought he played like he had his hair on fire. Like you want a guy to play, given the fact that he's been there 2 weeks, a little over, and probably still basically kind of learning the scheme and playbook, etc. Man, if you're gonna make mistakes, make them fast, make them hard, make them early, and learn from them. And I thought for every mistake he seemingly made, there he was being physical in the run game, having sticky coverage with guys where if they did have a reception in front of him, he made sure they stopped right there. How many times have we seen short completions rupture into big gains because our cornerbacks couldn't tackle? Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by what Douglas offered. And I'm not sitting here telling you he's an all-star or anything, but man, he was he had a little something. He added a little physicality and a little pop to the defense, which I appreciated. Josh, thanks for the super chat. You guys got to beat McAfee to the I Still Own You threads. I need that on a sweatshirt. Josh, I'm gonna reference this because obviously a million people hit us up immediately after it happened. Yeah, I mean, we've sent it to Brent and we'll see what he comes up with, but everybody's gonna have the I Still Own You merch. Everybody. I mean, we try to do stuff a little bit different than everybody else. Mostly because Brent's such an amazing illustrator. We kind of just let his creative juices go. But if he comes up with something totally cool, I will obviously drop it and we'll do it. But I don't want to just rush something out that literally probably every single Packers contingent that has anything to do with merch is probably going to have a I Still Own You thing. So, I mean, it'll come. Don't worry, Josh. I have little doubt. Colin, thanks for the super chat. Have you accepted the mustache as permanent? The league should be on notice that Jones is powered up. Colin, Olive did point out that the Packers keep winning. And as long as that's happening, I got to keep the mustache. So she's very unhappy about it. I'm not thrilled with it, but hey, here we are. I said the stash stays until they lose, and they haven't lost, so it might be permanent. Who knows? If they go on and win the Super Bowl, it's going to be a long winter. Let me see. Chad, thanks for the super chat. Am I imagining it, or is the worst season of officiating we've seen since the replacement refs? Well, yesterday was atrocious. There's no doubt about that. I don't know about the worst. It's always bad when you're in the thick of the season. But then you go watch the NBA and you're like, oh, that's right. The NFL officiating is pretty damn good. Yeah, no, it's hard to watch at times. There's no doubt about it. The biggest problem now is they've got lots of guys who haven't been, you know, the ref, the white hat for a long time. They got a lot of younger white hats who, they've been told, oh, get together with your crew. And then so they talk through everything and it takes forever. And it's just make a call, man. And they seem to be like, of course, acquiescing to, well, I know there's replay. So if I get this wrong, it's okay. But then New York seems to not want to overturn anything, even when it's blindingly obvious. So yeah, it's a quagmire. And that's the whole, not the whole reason, but that's a big reason why you've got so many of the classic great referees in broadcast booths now, because they saw what was coming, and they, with all the ridiculous rules emphasis every single off season, trickling down to, having to adjudicate this nonsense. You saw the ridiculous taunting penalty yesterday in the Packers game. I mean, come on. Grown-ass men talking to other grown-ass men should not be a penalty. I'm sorry. I don't care what he says. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, it's just they're in a tough transitional spot. There's no doubt about that when it comes to the officiating, because of the exodus of all the guys who had done it for such a long time at such a high level, now working for television networks. So now they've got a lot of green young guys who are, unfortunately, we have to watch their growing pains. Oh, what else we got here? Where'd you go? There it is. Very good. Jeff, thanks you for the super chat. There's only one thing sweeter than Bear fan tears, and that's listening to Chicago Sports Talk Radio after a Packer win. Oh, Jeff. When I lived in Chicago, that was one of my favorite pastimes. And of course, not even after a Packer win. Any Bears loss. Fire up Chicago Sports Talk Radio. Oh my God. It is glorious, hilarious. You'll laugh, you'll cry. It's wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful. Yes, very much agreed. Jim, EQ was robbed. Yeah, he was. The worst part about that fucking call was not only did he not push off, but there was illegal contact 5 yards prior to the end zone and well past the 5-yard chuck line. That should have been called. That wasn't. Don't get me started. Thomas, thanks for the super chat. The hangover is so worth it. Clark is a beast. Who is Douglas? Top of the North. Time for Advil. Now that's a t-shirt. Time for Advil. I like it. Fred, thanks for the super chat. The Clark sacks were no less than glorious. Love seeing them stick to the run. Well, yeah, they stuck to the run after they spent a quarter farting around with the widespread bullshit. See, and the problem is that then they had success with the spread late in the game after they had been running the football. So now they're going to fool themselves into thinking, oh, you know what? We got it fixed. And they're going to come out next week again with spread in the first quarter. It's like, I can't. Okay, and also I'm being a bit facetious about it all, but it does bug the shit out of me. Just come out, run the fucking ball. Why is this so hard? Jason, thanks for the super chat. The mustache lives on another week. The Bears still suck. Go Pack Go. It was nice to see Lazard get involved more. Think MVS is back for WFT Sunday. He's got a shot. Can't say one way or another. We've obviously we're not privy to any of the medical information. What is exciting is David Bakhtiari should be back practicing this week, and he could potentially be activated for Sunday's game. I doubt that. I would think that's probably a little early still. But, yeah, both those guys are a possibility. No doubt about it. And as far as Lazard, that I've said it many times. It's a team that is going to feed Devontae and Aaron Jones. After that, everything else is going to be week by week. And I think we've seen a little bit more of getting Dylan involved on the regular, but for the most part, those are your two mouths to feed. And anybody else, whether it's Cobb, Lazard, MVS, whoever, they're going to be at the mercy of what the game plan is week by week and how they think, the flow of the game is going, things like that. But yes, 100% was great to see Lazard. And what I want to know, I'm dying to ask Matt, and I'll probably ask him today. Was that shovel pass ripped off from Andy Reid or Mike Sherman? That's what I want to know. Because, God, it was glorious. Donnie, thanks for the super chat. Nags, I'm in my element, enjoying this Victory Monday. I love Clark. He's the heart of the D. Also, will carry the G moving to tomorrow. Move the Zoom chat. Yeah, Donnie, thank you for the programming note reminder. Carry the G will be tomorrow night with AJ. AJ needed to push it to Tuesday. And because of that, the Patreon happy hour is tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, so 5 p.m. Central. Can't be avoided, unfortunately. But happy hour is tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern. So Patreon members, the information is on the Patreon page. Check it out. Dustin, thanks for the super chat. I think the stash brings the girls to the yard. Dustin, that would be incorrect. Uncultured, thanks for the super chat. This team has Bane, Ra's al Ghul, and Killer Croc on defense and Deadshot as their QB. Does that make Dylan Solomon Grundy? Pappies. You're going deep with some references there, Uncultured. I mean, I like it, but you're going deep. Marshall, thanks for the super chat. First game at Soldier Field, Bears fans are odd. They cheered for Bears defenders to injure Rodgers, and they celebrate TDs like they won the Super Bowl. Well, you should celebrate TDs like you won the Super Bowl. That's a good thing. Yes, that's old school. That's why I love the rivalry, and I love playing against the Bears. And yeah, of course. I remember I was there when the Bears scored, and people went nuts. And then like 30 seconds later or something like that, Jordy Nelson scored a big TD, and I've never heard a place get so quiet so quickly. But that's the whole point. That's awesome. But yeah, the cheering for defenders to injure Rodgers. Yeah, that's not, I mean, yes, that sucks, but that's not specific to Bears fans. You get that in every stadium, any fan base. They're assholes everywhere. You know that. Taunting rules are ridiculous. New York Cheesehead could not agree more. Accidental Hero, what's up, man? Is Hunter Bradley on thin ice? 2 bad snaps yesterday after last week. Isn't autumn glorious? If Hunter Bradley wasn't on thin ice already, how is he on thin ice now? They're used to it. It's what they do every week. Every week he's got a bad snap. For whatever reason, they refuse to move on. So what am I going to do? What are they going to do? What am I going to say? I don't know. I doubt it. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe they'll find some gem of a long snapper on waivers, and they'll be like, that's our guy. But otherwise, they haven't made a move to this point. Why would a few more bad snaps make a difference? That's just who he is. And I don't know why they tolerate it, but they do. Dustin, thanks for the super chat. Just 10 days till I'm at the Packers Cards game. There you go. Make sure you check out the Packers, what do you call it? The pep rally in Arizona. Cheesehead TV will have a presence, though maybe not officially. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jeezy Baby, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Amari Rodgers went north and south on returns. Liked it. I know. I got very excited. It's funny because we had someone on the watch party say that, like, oh, it's time for Cobb after he caught it at the 5. But it's like, no, you want to make sure that, like, or whatever, it was like coming up and there was a guy in his face. You want to make sure that that defender doesn't down it at the 1. You want to make sure you give your offense a little breathing room. Like, yeah, I thought he did a nice job yesterday. Baby steps. Definitely baby steps with Amari. And hey, he got involved in the passing game. Only took 6 weeks, but we finally got him one. Bill, thanks for the super chat. Where is Tunyon? Seems hardly involved. Well, he ran a bunch of routes. He got taken advantage of in the run game. Caught 2 passes. But this is what I keep talking about. Ebbs and flows. And Rodgers tried to go to him. Tried to hit him down the seam. Just good coverage. He's never going to be a focal point of the offense. He'll get his, though. I have zero doubt. Miles, I just talked about Bakhtiari. He is eligible to start practicing this week, which I suspect he will on Wednesday. Doubt he is activated right away for this game, but you never know. It's possible. Aiden, thanks for the super chat. Packers are winning with adversity. Love to see it. I mean, they are. You'd like to see him start getting a little healthier. But yeah, no doubt about it. All you can do is tip your cap. Making do, especially on defense, man. They are playing with a fucking mash unit over there. The red zone stuff is troublesome, worrisome. Label it whatever you need to. But, man, the fact that they are winning football games, especially that they won that game with, just brutal loss of guys to injury at every single level of the defense. That's yeoman's work, man. Joe Barry doing something right. I like it. And obviously, they're still having key plays at key moments by guys who are both expected and unexpected. I mean, we all saw Kenny Clark's sacks, but how about Jonathan Garvin? You guys heard me praise him on transplants. He had a big sack yesterday. He is giving them some really quality time, some reps in place of Zadarius Smith. Preston's great, Gary's great, but man, Garvin has really stepped up when they needed him to, and he may need to step up more if Preston Smith's injury is anything serious. Stanley, thanks for the super chat. Don't mock the belt. LOL. I said it on the suit. We said it on the watch party. Yes. Like, when are guys going to learn? You mock the belt, you lose. That's the rule. Big Daddy Cool Breeze. What's up, man? Victory Monday. There's some money for a drink at Kettle of Fish. Thank you, Big Daddy Cool Breeze. Very much appreciated, buddy. What else we got? Dawson, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Odds, we have 12, 17, and 23 next season. 5-1, go, Pack, go. Dawson, I ain't thinking about next season because the odds, they're not good. But as Han Solo famously said, never tell me the odds. Bob, Nags, why do you think we seem to start games looking for deep, long developing plays when we are best at getting the ball out fast, sucking the D in to let the deep shots develop? No idea. Hubris? I'll go with hubris. That's all I got. Thanks for doing this. You're welcome, Alex. Thoughts on Jalen Smith? Curious usage. Wasn't really expecting them to use him on early downs, especially given what he put on tape down in Dallas, which was less than flattering against the run, which is when most teams like to run the ball. Early downs. Yeah, no, man. You saw out in space there, the whiff of a tackle. There's a lot of that on tape down in Dallas. I thought they'd bring him in sub packages against the pass, let him roam sideline to sideline, maybe as a. Now, they did start utilizing him as a blitzer once he got burned in the passing game. They're like, all right, get after the QB. But yeah, I did not see that coming, and I was not a fan of that idea. And what was really weird is that Oren Burks played more snaps than Chris Barnes. And I know Barnes is coming off something, but if he's cleared, right? Barnes should be playing all the snaps from scrimmage over Oren Burks. I don't care what package you have. That was weird to me. Wasn't a fan of any of that. I was a fan of Devondre Campbell playing every defensive snap. I'm down with that. Go, Pack, go. What's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Roger said, I don't think it's my last, but I cherish every one of these referencing the games played at Soldier Field. Do you think that means he wants to stay, or is he just being vague on purpose? I think it's both. I think he does want to stay, and I think he is being vague on purpose because I think he also knows that he's probably gone after this year. But I'm with him. I'm just savoring the victory. That's just me. Kind of worried about the injuries going into the Zona game, though. Taylor, I gotta let you in on a little secret, tiny little secret. They gotta beat Washington. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all they gotta do. Dustin, thanks for the super chat. I feel like Lazard and Lowry are very similar role players. By LA Arc gets love all day, and my man Dean gets slammed. Lunchbox guys. Oh, Lazard gets love all day. Hey, Dean Lowry has played pretty damn well the last couple weeks. I just saw somebody put that up on Twitter. I can't remember who it was, but yes, Dean Lowry has played solid football, if not good football, for the last few weeks, including yesterday. Give Dean his props. I know there were a lot of people in here, including myself, definitely including myself, who were ready to pitchforks, torches, etc. Early on in the season. But man, he has righted the ship in a big way. Pretty much since week 2. I think he was kind of still rounding into shape against Detroit. But man, since San Francisco, he's played really well. So yeah, shout out to Dean. Fred, thanks for the super chat. How do I explain to my daughter to love in life, but hating the Vikings is okay? Pappies. Fred, you don't need to explain. That's something nature takes and runs with. And you just allow it to happen. That's all the advice I can give you. Pay Dean Lowry. Steven, they already did pay Dean Lowry. And then they had to adjust his contract. Don't pay Dean Lowry. You got a million other people to pay. Does Barry's scheme help Kenny more bigs and different gap responsibilities? I asked Joe exactly that question last week, and he kind of dodged it, but yes, 1,000%. Moving him around, that matchup he had yesterday for that first sack, that's something that more likely, more often than not, he's not in that position under Pettin. No doubt about it. I think he's also seemingly been given the green light to shoot gaps a hell of a lot more and just be a disruptor. I mean, obviously he's got responsibilities on every play, but man, you see him flashing into the backfield, multiple times a game in a way he never did under Pettin when he had, certain gap responsibilities, a lot of two gapping. Now he is just flying up the field and just wreaking havoc, and I am fucking loving it. All right, everybody, I'm going to have to get going. I can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers each and every day. As I said earlier, Carry the G has been moved to tomorrow night. We'll be talking to AJ Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Patreon members, the Patreon happy hour is this evening at 6 p.m. The information is on the Patreon page. Please, please, please do me a monster favor, everyone. Hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and then tell your friends and tell your family. Cheesehead TV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Pack Go.